Hello, I'm Carlton Van Putten, founder and CEO of PayRent. Welcome to the Keys to Success podcast, where we unlock the secrets to smarter investments, smoother tenant management, and bigger profits, one episode at a time. Ready to master your property game? Let's dive in.
Welcome, everyone, to Keys to Success, Unlock Your Property Potential. Ready to work smarter, not harder? Today, we're diving into something that honestly sounds a bit sci-fi, but is very much becoming part of the here and now for landlords and property managers. We're talking about artificial intelligence, AI. If you're managing properties, you're juggling a million things constantly. So our aim today is really to show how getting a handle on just the basics of AI, how that can actually make your work easier, more efficient, and potentially even help your bottom line.
Absolutely. And look, we know the term AI can sound intimidating, maybe a bit technical. So we've really tried to cut through all that jargon. We want to focus on, the practical side. What's actually happening now in property management? How are people using these tools to solve, everyday problems? Think of this conversation as like your quick guide to understanding the benefits.
Okay, great. So let's start right there. When we say AI, what should someone managing, say, a few apartment buildings or rental homes, what should that actually mean to them?
That's the key question, isn't it? Fundamentally, AI is about getting computers to do tasks that, normally require human intelligence. We're talking about things like learning from experience, reasoning through situations, making decisions, solving problems.
Okay, so it's not just one thing.
Exactly. It's more of an umbrella term. It covers a whole bunch of different techniques, different approaches. The main takeaway for landlords and managers isn't necessarily how it works technically, but understanding what these different AI tools can do for them. What tasks can they take off your plate?
Right. That makes sense. It sounds powerful, almost like it's thinking. But how does an AI system actually learn or think, for lack of a better word?
Yeah, thinking is a tricky word here. It's not thinking like humans do, with consciousness and all that. Instead, AI systems typically learn by processing huge amounts of data, vast amounts. They're designed to identify patterns, correlations, trends within that data.
Patterns, like what kind of pattern?
It could be anything, really. Patterns in tenant payment histories, patterns in maintenance requests, patterns in how successful certain property listings are. Once it identifies these patterns, it can then use them to make predictions or decisions about new data it sees.
Okay.
And what's really interesting is that many AI systems get better over time. The more data they process, the more examples they see, the more accurate their predictions or decisions tend to become.
So it's kind of like teaching someone. You show them lots of examples until they can handle new situations themselves.
That's a pretty good analogy, actually. Yeah. You feed it examples, good applications, bad applications, maintenance logs, until it learns the underlying rules or patterns and can apply them itself.
Okay, I think I'm getting the gist. Now, this is where it gets really practical for our listeners, I think. Where are we actually seeing AI being used in property management? Like right now, today?
Good question. A major focus right now, honestly, is on automation and cost savings. That seems to be the big driver. So a lot of the current AI applications are aimed at automating those routine, often time-consuming tasks.
Okay, like what specifically? Give me some examples.
Sure. Tenant screening is a big one. AI can help automate the initial sift through applications, flagging potential risks based on predefined criteria or learned patterns. Another area is predictive maintenance. Using data from sensors or maintenance logs, AI can try to predict when equipment, like an HVAC unit or a water heater, might need attention before it breaks down.
Oh, that could be huge. Avoiding those middle-of-the-night emergency calls.
Exactly. Preventative maintenance instead of reactive repairs.
Yeah.
Saves money, saves hassle. We're also seeing AI in chatbots.
Little chat windows on websites.
Precisely. AI-powered chatbots can handle a lot of the common tenant inquiries. Questions about rent payments, maintenance requests, lease terms 24/7, instantly.
Which frees up the property manager or landlord?
Right. It frees them up to deal with more complex issues that actually need a human touch. Other examples include helping organize documents, leases, invoices, inspection reports, making them easier to search and manage. And some AI tools are even getting good at helping draft property descriptions for listings, making them more appealing.
Wow, okay. That's quite a range already. Screening, maintenance, communication, admin, even marketing help.
Yeah, it's touching a lot of different areas.
So drilling down on the benefits then, you mentioned automation and cost savings. Are those the main advantages property managers are seeing?
Based on what we're seeing in the industry adoption, yes, those seem to be the primary drivers. Saving time is huge. Reducing the need for manual labor on repetitive tasks directly translates to lower operational costs.
Makes sense. Happy tenants are great, obviously. But efficiency and saving money are often the first things that get businesses to adopt new tech, right?
That's often the case, yes. Improved tenant satisfaction can definitely be a positive side effect, like getting faster answers from a chatbot. But the core push seems to be operational efficiency. Streamlining workflows, reducing errors, cutting costs. These efficiencies can really accumulate and make a noticeable difference to the profitability of managing properties.
Could you maybe give us just a couple of really quick, concrete before and after AI examples, just to make it super clear?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take tenant questions. Before AI, maybe a tenant emails or calls with a common question like, how do I submit a maintenance request?
Mm-hmm.
You or your staff have to respond manually, maybe look up the procedure. Takes time.
Yep, happens all day long.
Right. With an AI chatbot on your website or tenant portal, the tenant types the question, the chatbot instantly provides the correct link or instructions. 2147. Your time isn't touched. That's a clear win.
Okay, that's a good one. What about maintenance?
Okay, maintenance. Before AI, maybe you just fix things when they break. An AC unit fails in July. Emergency call, premium charges, unhappy tenants sweating it out. With predictive maintenance AI, the system analyzes past performance data, maybe sensor readings, and flags that specific AC unit as being at high risk of failure before summer hits. You schedule a preventative checkup during the off-season. Cheaper repair, no emergency, happy tenant.
I see. Proactive versus reactive.
Exactly. One more. Tenant screening. Before AI, you're manually reviewing every application, checking credit reports, verifying income, calling references. It can take ages, especially if you have lots of applicants.
Definitely a bottleneck.
With AI tools, the system can instantly scan applications, verify data against sources, check against your criteria, and maybe give each applicant a risk score or flag key points for you to review. It doesn't necessarily make the final decision, but it massively speeds up the initial filtering.
Okay, those are really clear examples. Thank you.
Yeah.
So pulling it all together then, what's the main message for a landlord or property manager listening right now?
I think the main message is that AI isn't just some futuristic fantasy anymore. It's becoming a set of real, practical tools. These tools are increasingly accessible, even for smaller operations, and they can directly tackle some of the biggest headaches in property management. The time sinks, the repetitive tasks, the unexpected costs.
So it's about leveraging technology to handle the grunt work, basically.
Pretty much. It's about automation, getting insights from the data you probably already have, and ultimately freeing up your time and resources, saving time, saving money. Honestly, understanding at least the potential of AI is becoming, I'd say, pretty crucial for staying competitive and successful in this industry moving forward.
That makes a lot of sense. And, if folks listening are thinking, okay, I see the potential, but where do I even start looking for these kinds of tools? Are there specific platforms or solutions focused on this?
Yeah, there are definitely companies specializing in this now. For instance, if you're looking for solutions designed to automate tasks and boost efficiency across different parts of your property management workflow, you might want to check out providers like PayRent AI Solutions.
PayRent AI Solutions.
Correct. They offer a suite of AI-powered tools that aim to help with the various things we've talked about, streamlining communications, managing documents, maybe even aspects of leasing or maintenance coordination. It's worth exploring what specific tools they or similar providers offer that might fit your particular needs.
Good to know there are dedicated options out there.
Absolutely. And really what we've covered today is just scratching the surface. The field is evolving rapidly.
So true.
We hope this overview has maybe sparked some curiosity, shown a bit of the potential that's already here and what's coming.
Definitely. It gives a lot to think about. Maybe the question for listeners to ponder is, what specific challenge, what time-consuming task in your daily work do you wish you could automate or make smarter?
That's the perfect question. Thinking about those specific pain points is the first step. Could AI be part of the solution? It's definitely a question worth exploring as you continue to unlock your property potential.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Keys to Success. I invite you to check out past episodes and follow us on your favorite podcast platform to get notified when new ones are released. And when you're ready to simplify managing your properties, be sure to visit us at www.payrent.com.